Welcome back to Franchise Nation. I am your host, Moonlightswami, and today I am bringing you guys the first prospect spotlight for Season 2, where we basically scout players in Madden 17, and then we recreate them in NCAA 14 based on the information provided in the scouting page. To start things off, we are focusing in on quarterbacks. I know a lot of you guys want us to draft a quarterback because you don't like Joey Shatley, but that's not why I'm doing quarterbacks. It's because quarterback is the most important position, and it sets the tone for the overall draft class. Starting things off, we have 5 quarterbacks, and I think I'm going to do 5 players per positional group so I can go a little bit more into the story for each. Starting things off, we have Zachary McAllister, quarterback, Stanford. He's 6'5", 226 at 22 years old, and he is a former 5-star recruit from a high school in San Diego. He has thrived because he has incredible anticipation and decision-making, but he is a little bit more physically limited than other top quarterbacks. His accuracy is fine, but his arm strength just is not ideal. For especially someone of his size, it's a little bit surprising that his arm just is not comparable. But you know what? He is an excellent quarterback. He will not be the number 1 quarterback on my board, and honestly, his throw power is good enough reason not to draft him, in my opinion at least. But he's a great player. He's projected early first rounder as of right now, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Next up, we have Colby Ditka, quarterback, Nebraska, 6'6", 231. He's a special case. Ditka is the grandson of NFL Hall of Famer, tight end, Mike Ditka, and head coach of the Chicago Bears. Started as a tight end in high school like his grandfather, but converted to quarterback when the starter for his team tore his ACL in Ditka's senior year. He has the best arm in the draft class, but he's still learning the position. But the combination of his height, his arm, and his namesake pretty much make him a projected early first-round pick. He's a very talented player, great drive to him, obviously multi-talented. He doesn't have the speed per se to be a mobile quarterback in the NFL, but he is athletic enough to be able to bootleg and make some plays. I don't know how he'll do against other NFL caliber players, especially defenders, but he should still be a very good quarterback in the NFL because of his arm strength and because he's a pretty accurate quarterback. But similar to Ryan Tannehill, he's still learning the position, and that's something that will have to be addressed in the future. And he can break tackles, that's for sure. He's a huge body at 6'6", and he knows how to get into space and work against defenders. That's something that you can't really teach somebody. For a quarterback, that's something that he's just experienced at a different position that can be used to his benefit. Next up, we have Michael Wang, quarterback, Pittsburgh, 6'6", 232 at 22 years old, and Wang has a story behind him. He is my best quarterback in this draft class, a projected mid-first rounder. He was the backup quarterback at Pitt, but came in when CJ Joe, the starter, was suspended for the season due to NCAA violations. Had to do with autographs or something like that. That doesn't matter. He played the final 10 games of the 2016 season and was a finalist for the Heisman, eventually lost to Darren Lane. He won the job outright this season and is, like I said, in line to be a mid-first round pick. He is the best passer at the intermediate level. The only thing is that he has a little bit less experience as a starter in college. This is only his second season. He's been on the team for a while, but he does, for the most part, throw accurately and make good decisions. He can make a mistake or two, and Pitt's not the best program in the world, but he is definitely making the most out of his opportunities. And they did a great job scouting because neither Wang nor Joe were anything better than 3-star recruits coming out of high school, and they both have excelled in this program. You have to question whether it's the program or the quarterbacks, but some of the things that these guys have done through anticipation, through just their overall ability is really quite special. And CJ Joe has entered the draft. He's a projected early second rounder, riding the pine. He decided to stay at Pitt in case something happened. He's very dedicated to this program, and that's something that you like to see from a young man who has a sense of purpose with his team. Next up, we have George Milanovic, out of Rutgers. 6'1", 217 at 21 years old, and he's an interesting player as well. He's the youngest quarterback who's declared for the draft, and he started as a redshirt freshman, so this is his third season as a starter. And he's won a lot of games for Rutgers. He's a good quarterback, but does he have the ability to be an NFL caliber player? That's the question. He doesn't have ideal arm strength. It's actually on the lower end of the scale. Not the worst in the class, but not great. And he thrives off of timing, but his accuracy needs a little bit of improvement. He needs to put on a little bit of weight, and hopefully it would be a way for him to be able to stay around the NFL for a while, at least as a backup. He's a project as a projected mid-fifth rounder. I like him. He's a good player. He's a good kid. Good head on his shoulders, who definitely puts the time in to try to make up for his physical limitations. But like I said, he does need to put on some weight, and he does need to strengthen that arm up, otherwise he won't be lasting in the league very long. The reason that he's a fifth rounder, despite having a successful college career, is indeed due to his arm strength. The direct comparison is Colt McCoy, who obviously played at a much bigger program and had more college success, but I think their games are very similar. So that's something to project forward. And lastly, we have Jerry Burbank, quarterback out of Kentucky, 6'3", 231 at 22 years old. He is a pocket passer, and outside of the top four being McAllister, Ditka, Wang, and Joe, he, I believe, has the most upside in this draft. So anyone not projected in the first two rounds, he's a projected early sixth rounder, and I think he's a bit of a project, but he is a player who has a really strong arm. He needs to work on his accuracy a bit, and he needs to work on and refine his mechanics, but he has ideal size, he has an ideal arm strength, and you know what? With a late round pick, he's probably worth a flyer just to get a quarterback on roster for a while who has a strong arm and you can kind of throw in and hope for the best. His accuracy needs work, but he's not a bad quarterback. He's a long way to go, but in a couple of years, he's only 22, maybe he could become an NFL caliber starter. Who knows? At the very worst, I think he'll be an NFL caliber backup. So that's it for the quarterbacks. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be covering another position on Tuesday. Until then, I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.